Meantime, President Trump says he will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Hungary in the coming weeks after what he called a, quote, very productive phone call with Putin today. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said the upcoming meeting in Budapest will focus on bringing an end to the, quote, inglorious war between Russia and Ukraine. He also said he believes the success of the peace deal between Israel and Hamas will help in the negotiations. That announcement comes as President Trump prepares to welcome Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to the White House tomorrow. Zelensky says Russia fired more than 300 drones into Ukraine last night. And CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi joins us now. Olivia, great to have you here with us. In this long post, President Trump says that he and Putin spent a great deal of time talking about trade between Russia and the United States when this war with Ukraine is over. Is there a sense that that's a tactic to entice Putin into a deal?
Well, Nancy, it's good to be with you. Certainly, that is a tactic of this president. We know he uses the language of money to make deals. He does it with tariffs. He does it with sanctions. And certainly, he's looking to hurt Russia by squeezing them, by putting greater restrictions on India and China for buying Russian oil, which the president says is prolonging this war in Ukraine. But as you note there, the president said he does plan to meet with Putin again. We know they met in August back in Alaska. There was very little that came out of that meeting besides a ramping up of the war in Ukraine by Russian President Vladimir Putin. He has continued to bombard them with missiles every night, but still this president, fresh off that deal in the Middle East, is now looking to solve this war. He has said it could be his 9th war that he has ended, saying a short while ago in the Oval Office that he plans to meet with Putin within the next 2 weeks, and we know that that meeting is an agreed-upon location of Budapest, Hungary. So we are watching very closely for a potential date of when these two could get back together.
And Olivia, President Trump also saying that there will be a meeting of high-level U.S. and Russian advisors led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio. As we just mentioned, President Trump, of course, meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky tomorrow. What can we expect from all these discussions?
Well, certainly Zelensky is back here in the U.S. meeting with President Trump at the White House tomorrow, and those conversations with Secretary Rubio and certainly high-level advisors from Russia is really going to be predicated on that meeting with Zelensky. President Trump says he's going to present Zelensky with what he learned on this enlightening phone call today with President Putin. From there, they will talk about what is needed to perhaps end the war. Certainly what will be a top topic of discussion tomorrow are those Tomahawk missiles. Those are long-range American missiles that Ukrainians have asked for and that they could use potentially to fire into Russia. That would certainly be somewhat of an escalation in this war and something this White House has hinted they might do, something President Trump said he joked with Putin about on this phone call today, asking him how he would like it if the Ukrainians had those missiles and were able to use them inside Russia. We are waiting to hear details about where and when that meeting with Secretary Rubio and his counterpart could happen prior to that meeting with President Trump. And surely once we know those details, we'll be able to perhaps get a look into when President Trump and President Putin will meet. But this is going to be certainly a renewed focus on ending the war in Ukraine.
All right, Olivia Rinaldi, thank you very much for being with us tonight.